I need more time.
My kin died by the spirit's will. You'll die by mine.
Enough of this! I am eternal.
Kill her, quickly!
Take me, Atziri! I am yours! Give me eternity!
Mine by rights. Wildwood's power is mine!
Shepherd. This is my Warcry build, Seismic Cry, crits, all that stuff, yada yada. Took inspiration from Chris Roverson on YouTube. He originally created the Infinite Warcry build. I'll leave a link in the description below, but I decided to make my own spin on it using Choir of the Storm. Henceforth, I'm naming this build Warchoir of the Storm. Yeah, so I just, do crits with my Seismic Cry, maybe a little bit from Arctic Howl, and that triggers the critical hits, and things just die on screen. This is one of my favorite builds of all time that that I've built, and I hope to continue building upon it, getting more defenses, because the ceiling. I could definitely push the ceiling of this build way higher than it is right now. Yeah, so basically, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I just use the staff, I get extra gain, and that's just how I get all this damage on Seismic Cry just by itself. All 5 damage types. I'm gonna link a POB to this as well, and yeah, it's really it's just sick, just how well this build performs. Yeah, it's just not Seismic Cry and Lightning Bolt that I put on this as well. That's just dealing damage. I also decided to put in Static Shocks and Electromagnetism on this as well. Maybe I could put just 2 or like 2 of each of Static Shock on that. I'm still trying to figure all this out, but yeah, technically I'm I'm applying 4 different trigger skills all at the same time. Well, 3. I'm correcting myself on that, but I hope to get a level 20 Lightning Bolt because they're stupid expensive right now. Basically, you just go around crying around like this, and things just die on screen, Yeah, I'm using the Vertex because I need to get a lot of gem levels on everything. It's not just Seismic Cry, because currently I have level 29 in Seismic Cry, level 27. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, and I'm using Blasphemy with Temporal Chains because things are just too fast. They just eat up my health. So if I slow to them as much as I can, I don't die as much. And that's true for any build, honestly. Like, if you can fit in Temporal Chains, whether it's an aura or just, manually casting it, go for it. As far as my gear, like I said, I got this staff here, +5 to level ball lightning spell skills. I'll probably need to maybe find another one, because that was a tier 2. Like a +7 to level ball lightning skills would be amazing, actually. I want to eventually get a +4 on the Vertex, and maybe Chaos Res on that as well. I'm not switching this out because I got the Corrupt on this with 20% of damage taken recoups life. And with this I'm able to achieve 100% reduced critical damage bonus. That's important. This is fundamental. This is mandatory. The Vertex and this is mandatory. This, I guess it depends on what your needs are or what you're looking for, but this works for me. Warrior Invictus, but this, Malagar's Virtuosity, man. Critical damage bonus is fixed. Doesn't matter whether you get it reduced or not, because I even tested this myself. More critical hit chance, right? So see how it says 30% less critical damage bonus on the Lightning Bolt? It's still fixed, 250, so it doesn't matter how much you increase or decrease your critical damage bonus, is always going to be fixed at 250, so take that for what you will, but you can increase your critical hit chance. And I'm always applying critical weakness, which at 20 stacks, it gives you 10% flat critical hit chance. So that will bring the 42.4% critical hit chance, and that's also on my Seismic Cry as well. 2, 52.4% critical hit chance flat. And you need that to make this move and to consistently trigger the lightning bolts, which is what you need for this build. Let's see what works with this. Oh yeah, I have a minion, and it's just only one. Why? Because I'm using it to trigger Unholy Might. That gives me extra chaos damage. 30% of all damage is gained as extra chaos damage. That helps, and that lasts for 15 seconds. And this is on a cooldown of like, what, I think 3 seconds on this? Yeah, 3.33. And the thing that's great about this build, and just for any Warcry build, whether you're doing just straight crit like this or even with Corrupting Blood, get escalation here, 20% increased damage for each different Warcry you used recently. And I'm using 5 different Warcry skills, so that's 100% increased damage if I maintain that for every 4 seconds. Like, honestly, I only really do this on rares and bosses anyways, like really tough rares and bosses. This is just a given. I'm always Warcrying, so I have a potential of up to 160%. I actually calculated this because yeah, because my cast time of every Warcry is going to be 0.2, and if you break that out fractionally in a second, that's 1/5 of a second. So, you know. One last thing. I almost forgot to mention this. You were probably wondering how I've been keeping my life up so much, other than just popping my flask, right? So, got the consecrating ground from my sanctified staff, but there's a caveat to this, and I figured this out. I don't really see anybody really doing this with any druid build, really, honestly. Yeah, don't mind the Fury of the King on here, that's just for show, but what I figured out was I pathed up here to get Invigorating Hate, consume all rage when shapeshifting the human form to recover 1% of maximum life per rage consumed. And I decided to go and get this so that I'm always having a minimum of 10 power. So if I were to take this off so I can show this better, because yeah, so this is how I do this. Saw what just happened there. It's not just on my Furious or Ferocious Lord, that's what it's called, but I also have it on the just constantly holding left click inside the prime. But if I need it in a pinch, you may be surprised to know that Lunar Blessing is considered a Warcry as well, but it doesn't factor into power, so I can't actually fit in a Raging Cry support like I have on my Arctic Howl and my Ferocious Roar. That's how I'm able to do that, but I hope GGG doesn't look into this and patch this out, because this is great for survivability in my opinion. I mean, I could definitely get better armor on this, but yeah. That's how I've been able to survive on top of yeah, sacrifice of flesh. Yeah, basically a stand-in for petrified blood from PoE1, but you know, that's just how it is. And then I got made to last. Yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about here. Hope you guys like the video. try this build out, and hope they make more content like this. Have a good one. Take care.